Hi everyone, welcome to this video. In this video I'm going to make a simple web page which looks something like this. So first of all, I'm going to apologize for such a long delay. I'm busy with something, so that's why I could not make any videos, but from now onwards I'm going to continue my tutorials. So let's start. So this is the page that we are going to design using only HTML, CSS and Flexbox. So the first section we have in this page is the header section, which consists of a logo in the left side and the nav bar in the right side. Then we have this content area, which is divided also into two parts. The left part consists of this content and this is the image, and the main area of the page is content within this div. And also we have some decorative elements, these circles. So in this tutorial you will learn the basic HTML and CSS and also Flexbox to lay out the content. And also you will learn how to position elements. So these are the decor elements that we are going to position using position absolute. So you learn how to position the element within the page. So this is all about what we are going to make in this page. So this design I've taken from freepik.com. So this is the design that we are going to recreate using HTML and CSS. This is a very good website. So here you can look for web page design, or you can create your own design, but for convenience sake, because I want to teach you HTML CSS, that's why I've not created a design this time. I've just picked up a design from this freepik.com, and this I'm going to create in HTML CSS. So for the design, credit goes to freepik.com. So let's start. So here I've opened up VS Code editor, which I'm going to use. In this I've opened up a folder, and inside the folder I have images folder and two files, index.html and style.css. In here we'll write the markup. In index.html we are going to write the markup for the page, and in the style.css we are going to write the CSS. So let's start by creating the basic structure of the page. You can use emmet. So I'm going to use this to insert the basic structure, exclamation mark and press tab. So this will insert the basic structure. Let's first change the title, a simple web page. Then I'm going to link the style.css file. So here I'm going to use the link tag, and in here I have this style.css. So for this project I'm going to use a font called Montserrat. So search in Google font. In here search for Montserrat, this one. Click on this get font. Now click on this get embed code, and in here I'm going to import this. So this is the code that I'm going to import, and at the top of the CSS file I'm going to just paste this. Next I'm going to write the markup. So our entire website will be contained within this main HTML5 semantic tag. Inside this I'm going to create a header, then a nav. The header will consist of a logo on the left side and a navigation bar on the right side. So inside this nav I'm going to create a div with the class logo, and in here I'm going to add the image, which is inside the images and logo.png. Let's write the alternate text logo. After that I'm going to create a h2 element, my company. Now outside this div I'm going to create a UL. Inside the UL I'm going to create li. Here I'm going to insert a anchor tag. This will go to nowhere, so I'm going to write hash. In here I'll write home. Now just duplicate this, press option shift and down arrow. This I'm going to change to about us. This will be services, and this will be contact us. Also I'm going to add the image of a search icon. So I'll create a li, and in here I'm going to create a tag. This will go to nowhere. Inside this a I'm going to write images underscore search icon. I'm going to style this search icon. That's why I'm going to give it an ID. Search icon. So this is our header section. So let's see how it looks like in the browser. So this is how it looks like. Now I'm going to create the section with content inside it. So inside this main tag I'm going to create a section with class content, and this section will be divided into two parts, so left part and right part. Inside this left part I'm going to have an h1 creative, also an h1 landing page, and then a paragraph with some lorem dummy text, lorem 10, and finally I'll have the button. For that I'm going to use the anchor tag, read more. So this is the content in the left side, and in the right side we'll have the image, the background image. The source will be images and bg.png. Let's write background image. And after this section, finally I'm going to create a div which will hold the decor element, these circles. So for this I'm going to create a div with the class decor, and I'm going to have images. So images 1, I'm going to just paste it 6 times, copy paste this 6 times, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So let's see we have these elements. Now our markup for the page is complete, so let's go and style the page. So the first thing first, I'm going to use the universal selector to remove the margin and padding. So margin 0, padding 0. I'll set the box sizing to border box. After this I'm going to declare a variable for the color. So this will be the main color, hash 656565. Then I'll target the body tag. Here I'll give font family Montserrat. The fallback will be sans serif. Suppose for example this font is not loaded, the fallback will be sans serif font. Then I'm going to place the background image, which will be a linear gradient. So background image, remove the URL, write linear gradient. So the gradient will be at 45 degree. The first color will be hash 4700B3 and 0%. Second color is going to be hash D46287, and this will be 100% opacity. So let's see. So this is our gradient, and I'll set overflow Y to hidden in the entire body section. Then I'll have some typography style. So H1 will be font size 48 pixel and font weight will be bold, so 800. Then I'm going to target H2 tag. Font size will be 16 pixel. Then I'm going to target paragraph tag. Color will be main color. This will the main color. And after this, let's create the navigation section. So now we are going to create this white background, this main section. So I'll target the main tag because our content is inside this main tag, entire content. So I'll give it height 100 VH, width will be 70% and margin 0 auto. So this will center align. And after this I'm going to change the background color to white. Now let's see we have this main section in the center of the page. Now let's style the nav bar. So I'll target nav. I'll give it a padding top and bottom 36 pixel, right and left 8%. Then let's start with the logo. So we have this div. Inside this I have two elements, image and h2. So what I'm going to do is I'll target the logo div, and here I'll write display flex and align item center. So we have these two elements aligned horizontally. After this, I'm going to target the H2. I'll give it some margin left 8 pixel. Let's see we have this margin 8 pixel. After this, I'll style this navigation bar. So just copy this or cut this, paste here. Here I'll also write display flex. So let's see what happens. See, these two elements inside the flex box are now horizontally aligned. So I'm going to add some space. I'll put this in the right side and the logo will be in the left side. So for this, you write justify content space between. See, now the nav menus are to the right side, and then I'm going to align item center. So this will align the item in the center. Then after this, I'm going to style the link tag. So nav ulli display inline block, and list style type will be none. After this, I'm going to target the anchor tags. So nav ulli a text decoration will be none. This will remove the underline. Font weight will be 500. Color will be main color, and margin right. Let's first see how it looks like. So this is how it's look like. I'm going to give it a margin right. From here I'm going to set a margin. So write margin right 24 pixel. So now let's set this icon. So now I'm going to target the search icon. Since it is an ID search, I'm going to use hash search icon. I'll set the position to relative. So by giving position relative, the element is not going to move outside the document flow. And after this, I'm going to write top 8 pixel. From top, it's going to move down 8 pixel. So this is our navigation section. So now let's start with this content section. Here I'll write a comment, content section. Then I'm going to target the content class. Here I'm going to specify the height to 90 viewport height. So this content section has two children. So I'm going to set display flex to this content class. So this left section and right section will be horizontally aligned. So I'll write display flex. Let's see what happens. See, now these two sections are horizontally aligned. Then I'll write align item center. So this will vertically align the elements, and then justify content space around. After this, I'm going to target the left section. I'll write padding 8%, all around padding I'm adding. So first let's see how it look like without padding. So border 1 pixel, solid red. I'm going to remove this for the time being. So this is how it look like. And then I'm going to add padding. So now this looks like this. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to target this H1. We have two H1. See, in the content section we have two H1 and landing page. So first I'm going to target this H1. So I'll write left nth child 1. So the first H1 will be targeted, and I'll give it a color hash 6717A8. Let's see. Then I'm going to target this second H1. So I'll write left nth child, and I'm going to set the font weight to 200, which will be thin. After this, I'm going to add some margin to this paragraph. So here we have this paragraph. I'll give it margin top and bottom. Margin top and bottom 24 pixel and right and left 0 pixel. So we have some margin. Then I'm going to finally style this link in the form of a button. So I'm going to target the link which is inside the left div. So background image will be linear gradient. It will be 45 degree. Hash 4700B3 and hash B04B91. Opacity will be 100%, and I'll give it a padding top and bottom 8 pixel, right and left 16 pixel, and the color of the text will be white, and I'll give it a border radius of 24 pixel. So here I need to remove this underline, so I'll write text decoration none. So this is the left side of the page, and now I'm going to add these circles to the page. So let's write the comment. Here I'm going to target the first circle. So this is the circle that we are going to target first. This circle is here, so let's target it and move it to the right position. So I'll write decor nth child. I'll target the first element and give it a position absolute. This will move the element outside the document flow, so we can position it anywhere we like in the page. So I'll first set bottom 0. So this is going to move the circle here, and then I'm going to move this to the right. So I'll write right 35%. So to arrive at this number, I've tested a few times, and then 35% looks right. So now I'm going to target the second child. So just copy this, paste it. The second element will also be position absolute. So this is the second element, this circle. So let's see. So this is a circle. So this is where the circle will go. So I'll write top. From top it will move down 35%, and from left 25%. So now it's here. Then I'm going to target the third child. Let's see, this is the circle, small circle. So here it is. Position will be absolute. From right it will be 38%, and from top it will be 38%. Let's see. So it's the circle. Likewise, I'm going to target the fourth element. The fourth circle is this one. So it is here. Position will be absolute. From right I'll set 15%, and from top 20%. So from top it is 20%, and from right it is 15%. So if I increase this to 40%, it will move here. Sorry, see, if I increase this to 40%, 30%, it will move here. So I'll write 15 here. Now I'm going to target the fifth child. Let's copy this, position absolute. So this is a circle, here it is. So top 0 and right, from right 20% I want to move. See, it is here. Now finally I'm going to target the sixth element, position absolute. Let's see. So this is the sixth element. It will be bottom 0 here, and then I'll move from left 15%. So left 15%, it will move a little bit to the right side. So this is the complete page that we have designed using HTML, CSS and Flexbox, and we have also learned how to position element in the page using a position absolute property. So I hope you like this video. So if you do, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you later. Thank you.